I'm Adam Parker Smith, artist based in New York, originally from California, just north of here actually. The name is Apollo of Belvedere, and it's named that, of course, because the sculpture that the scan is from and that the piece is based on is Apollo of Belvedere, which is a sculpture of Apollo, and he sort of has his arms extended. The title and the material and everything is really based on that original sculpture. We took 3D scans of original Greco-Roman antiquity, and then developed a 3D program to compress the sculpture. And then the files are sent over to Carrara and carved with a reductive, sort of like 3D printing, but the opposite of that, to about 70% resolution of what the final piece is. And then the last part of the process is all hand done by master carvers. The generosity of the artisans and artists that did the final carving to sort of adopt this sculpture and the other sculptures that I've done like this as their own, and to put all of their creative energies into like bringing it from what it was when it came off the robot to what it ultimately ended up as. The real tangible inspiration, of course, for this specific piece was probably the time that I spent in Italy. I lived in Rome for a year. Through prolonged exposure to it, I started to really gain an appreciation. I also had a professor who was deeply passionate about Greco-Roman antiquity, and I think that that was probably the time that I really started to gain a meaningful appreciation of those works. And I think for me, the voice of the work and my own voice has more to do with just more intimate and personal experiences than it does with some sort of broader art historical context. I'm immensely proud and overwhelmed by all of the other works here, and driving around today and getting to show my parents, my piece in this context. Yeah, it was it was really remarkable.